Hello and welcome, sensational Scorpios. My name's Rose Smith and I'm here to do your July horoscope. Well, wowee, what a big month we're all going to have, but particularly Leo, Cancer and Capricorn. You will still cop it though, Scorpios. You don't get off scot-free because you're a water sign, and so you're kind of intimately connected with Cancer in that way. However, also depends on, what else is going on in your chart. So I don't want you to be worried in any way. I'm just saying that it's a big month, okay? Because we have two new moons on the 2nd and the 31st. If you're in the majority of the world. If you're in Australia and New Zealand, then that will be the 3rd and the 1st of August, in fact, for those two new moons, okay? So they're in Cancer and Leo. Also two eclipses, which will be in Cancer and Capricorn. Now, the eclipses is a partial solar eclipse on the 2nd or the 3rd if you're in Australia and New Zealand, and also the 16th or the 17th. The effects of those will last probably up to 6 months, okay? And then you'll just get over that, and then we'll all be in December, and then the next round of eclipses will start. So it's non-stop transformation. We also have Mercury retrograde again in Leo, and on the 20th of the month it goes into Cancer. And again, that's going to affect you, dear Scorpios. So 2nd or the 3rd of the month sees a solar eclipse in your 10th house. Now, your 10th house is all about your career and your reputation. But when I'm talking about career, I'm not just talking about your everyday kind of work. I'm talking about that work, whether it be paid or unpaid, that really touches your heart, your life's mission. So that could be raising children. That could be saving the environment. That could be saving animals. It could be any number of things. Doesn't mean that it's paid work, but it's your mission in life, okay? Your true vocation, what makes your heart sing, the thing that gives you meaning to your life that you do on a regular basis, okay? So a partial solar eclipse there in the 10th house, it could be affecting things like online reputation as well, where you go online. I've just got some kookaburras in the background. I don't know if you can hear them. I've got 3 families actually that live here, and they make a lot of racket in the morning. But your 10th house, your reputation and what makes your heart sing as far as work goes, okay? So it's all about you getting your message out into the world, no matter how you do it, whether you do that online, writing perhaps articles, blogs, posting memes or posting your messages. You do live streams or podcasts, however you determine that you're going to get your message out there. But July is really important for that. And part of that is actually having quiet time out to, think about what's going on in your subconscious and bring that up and out, those hidden rewards, those secret treasures that you have deep down inside you, bringing them out to the world, because let's face it, the world needs it now. It certainly does. The 4th sees Venus joining the Sun in your 9th house of higher learning. You may be thinking about doing some kind of course or perhaps retraining. The 9th house is also indicative of overseas connections or travel. You may be thinking about studying overseas, going overseas and doing some courses. That would be great. It's also good for having a fling with a foreigner if you're looking. Excuse me. It's a great energy. Venus there is a great energy, again, for getting your message out into the world. It's all about sharing and caring, okay? The 8th to the 1st, we have Mercury retrograde, and it's in your 10th house initially, and then after the 20th, it goes back into your 11th house. So Okay, this could be delays and obstacles or misunderstandings around your true vocation, or maybe travel plans could be delayed. So I'm not saying don't travel. I'm not saying stop working or stop your true vocation. I'm just saying double check everything, okay? And if in doubt, get somebody else to check it for you too, you know. A second set of eyes is really useful during Mercury retrograde. It's a difficult time if you're signing a contract of any description because sometimes we have to go back and revisit that contract. So you might decide you're going to buy a red car and then you change your mind and you want a white car. Then you've got to go back and do all the paperwork again. So it's those sorts of things. Be particularly careful if you have any legal issues. In July, things just get muddled up, you know, and you might think you're being really clear when you say something, and then you find out the person's taken what you've said in a completely different context altogether than what you meant. Okay, the 16th, it says the lunar eclipse in your 3rd house. So this is about transformation, stuff coming up. And there's a lot of communications going on and a lot of mental activity. It's also good for study as well. And it can also involve your siblings. So your brothers and your sisters might, you know, things might get sort of go a little bit haywire. Communications get mucked up. But also with Mercury retrograde, it can also mean somebody from the past returning into your life, an old lover, school friends, school reunion, an old job, something from the past coming back. And it's a time for you to go back and review the situation and think about how you can change it so that, you know, you get a better outcome, a healthier outcome for all concerned. Sometimes it's time to forgive and move on. Alrighty. Now, the end of the month is just as busy. So 23rd, the sun in your 10th house. 28th, Venus in your 10th house. 31st, new moon in your 10th house. This month, sensational Scorps, you have so much going on about what is your mission in life. It is really time to think about, why are you here on this planet? What are you supposed to be doing? And if you're in a job that doesn't really make your heart sing, you might consider giving that job up, okay, or changing your job somehow so that you get meaning out of what you're doing. And it doesn't really matter in a sense what the job is. You might be collecting garbage and you go out every day and collect the garbage, and there's some little old lady there that never sees anyone, and she sits there all day and she waits for you to turn up because you say hello to her. It can be something as simple as that, and you're making a difference to her in her final days of life before she dies. Like, it's really critical. So no matter, you know, what you do it to your best ability. You know, you could be in Walmart shopping on the checkouts and you've got people coming in shopping, and I know that can't always be easy, but if you can be pleasant and just look into their eyes and thank them for their custom, and to the point where they know that you really mean it, it makes a difference. And they'll keep coming back just on the strength of the fact that you're paying attention to them. So many people don't get any attention paid to them by other people. It's very, very sad. But you have the opportunity, sensational Scorps, to realise this at a deeper level in July, and so you can really make a difference in the world. Okay, so that's fabulous. Let's have a look. Oh, the other thing I want to say too is, if you are thinking about starting a new business, July is an excellent month for planning it. It might be delayed. You might find a few obstacles due to Mercury retrograde, but you can start it, get some rungs on the board. You know, it's a great time for you to be promoting yourself. Okay, it's not going to go 100% smoothly, and there, you know, could be delays, but it's still, you know, worthwhile doing. All right, let's have a look psychically and see what we can see for Scorpio in July. Yes, thank you. First thing I see is a ladder. It's the ladder of success, and I can see people climbing up this ladder of success. So that's really highlighting what I was just saying. Even though there could be delays and misunderstandings, it's still worthwhile moving forward, okay, in July. Okay, what else can we see? Okay, now if you're in Australia or New Zealand, we're in our winter, and it might be time to return into your cave. I'm in my cave at the moment. You know, calm down, hibernate a bit, and really go within, be peaceful, and look into your own soul. If you're in the other parts of the world that are in summertime, you'll probably be going out more because hopefully the weather will be better. But still, you need to have time out and have time without distractions, without your devices, phone, laptops. You can go out into nature without your phone. Okay, it is humanly possible. So I would recommend that in the month of July with all this activity in the cosmos going on. Okay, let's have a look now in the tarot cards to see what comes up for Scorpio in July 2019. Yeah, they're showing me that ladder again. So I can see people advancing. I'm also having, while I'm talking, I'm also having this feeling my chest coming up into my throat. And again, it's about your heart's desires becoming made clear to you. You might have thought you wanted something and then you realize it's something else different altogether. They're also showing me the planet Saturn, which, yeah, that's obstacles and delays, fatherhood figures, authority figures. You think they're trying to block you, but they're actually strengthening you in a sense. Okay, so tarot, let's concentrate on tarot. And I'm looking for a card for Scorpio for July 2000. Yes, celebration, they're saying. And we come up with the Fool. Now, this is very interesting because this same card came out for Libra as well. And this is all about stepping forward without knowing what you're getting into. And sometimes we've just got to do that because we'll never have all the information we need to actually make a fully informed decision. But at some point, you just have to take your best guess and use your intuition about, which way you jump. So the Fool, stepping forward on a new adventure. Now, see that little dog down there, down the bottom there? It's got her by the back of the leg and it's trying to stop her moving forward. And the dog is probably well-meaning, and that could be like your family and your friends trying to stop you doing something that you think you should do. You might want to start a new business. This has happened to me, actually. Start a new business and everybody tell me how mad I am, and I was successful in that business, So you really have to do what you think is best, okay? It's your job to decide by listening to all of your faculties, your soul, your head, your heart, and then to take the physical action and move forward. Now, she's got her hand up. She could be saying hello to someone. She's carrying a stick there that's got a bag of her goodies in the back, her personal possessions, but she's not carrying a lot. So travel lightly. You don't need to take a whole lot of stuff if you do decide to go on a trip. But more importantly, that bag on the end of the wand or the end of the stick is about traveling lightly psychologically, okay? You don't need all your baggage from the past, your past relationships or your, relationships with your family or your kids or whatever the case may be. Put all that other stuff to the side. Now, that's very interesting. She's got one shoe on and one barefoot. You see the barefoot touching the earth. Be grounded, be practical. It's not a time when you step out to be all airy-fairy with your head in the clouds and not be connected to the earth. So going on walks with dogs is actually really good for getting grounded. I've just started walking my 2 hounds again daily because one of them he's had 2 operations. He hasn't been able to do it for a while. And so if you can get a dog that will help you be grounded, because they've got 4 feet, so they're really grounded in practical reality. They're here in the here and now. They're not getting distracted by things that have happened in the past. So I want to wish you good luck on your stepping out on your project, or a new relationship, or a trip overseas, or traveling, whatever the case may be. And final word for Scorpio, please, in July 2019. Okay, again, it's a variation. Instead of the ladder of success, now I'm seeing like a mountain, but there are steps cut into the mountain. You can do this. A mountain is a series like of challenges. Okay, you can go at your own rate. You don't have to run up that mountain at 1,000 miles an hour and scale that challenge. You can meet the challenges at your own rate, go up the steps, take a breather when you need to, and just keep on going, because you can overcome whatever difficulties are there. They're also showing me a lot of, looks like food crops, like grains that are growing, wheatgrass or something like that, growing, and it's growing before my eyes. So you can nurture yourself and provide for yourself. Okay, that's really important. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you get updated whenever I'm doing anything new. Mondays at 8 o'clock Sydney time, I do pick a card. It's very simple. Pick a number between 1 and 5 and I'll do an interpretation for you. So I'd love to see you come along to that, and have a wonderful, fabulous month. And I'll be doing Sagittarius, will be the next one. Okay, enjoy your month, and thanks a lot. Bye for now.